Hey, Gary here with you. Day 15, AI blogging with GrooveBlog. Punching up these blog posts here inside of universeunriddled.com. The simple trick, how to memorize the planets in order. Of course, we played with snippet in day 14, I believe it was, and I've created that for my chance to try to win the snippet. But the big thing that I wanted to cover today was putting these images I got from NASA. So here is an image of Mercury, and you can see this is what I've decided on. I've used this little piece of code here to create the image source and then link back to the source, but actually embed the image or upload the image, download the image from NASA, upload the image to GrooveBlog. And the reason I did that is because I was playing with some code directly linking the image using the image source. But the thing that I didn't like is the way that all these images are different sizes, like this one of Jupiter. You can see how big this is. And as I was playing around creating the image source code boxes, of course I was doing all of that inside of ChatGPT, try to create HTML and CSS code or tables with set pixel sizes for the HTML and CSS code. I even went so far as to create a code that would display the image in full screen when it was clicked. So what that looks like here over in Astronomy for Beginners, your essential guide to stargazing exploration. And I'm going to click on this. You can see this is a clickable image now, but it still has this table that's scrollable. And it changed depending on the image size because all these image sizes that I'm getting from NASA are not all the same size. And I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to resize the images. I would just rather test it inside of GrooveBlog just because of the limitation. But anyway, you can see that this is a clickable image based on the code that I got from the conversation with ChatGPT. And of course that covered the whole screen there because you can see when I clicked on it, it went full screen. I'm on an iMac and I'm only recording the part of the screen here that's in 1080p. But the point of this is to let you know what I am doing is I'm uploading the image. So this is an image here, or this image has been uploaded. So if I click edit, it's going to open the image, and you can see here I'm clicking upload, and then I'm uploading these images into the image library on Groove or GrooveBlog, which then takes those JPEGs and turns them into WebP images, which I'm going to show you in a second. I think that might have an impact on performance. And you can see then I'm linking out to the image source, and I'm using the information that I get from the NASA website. For example, this is the Venus colorized clouds. So I'm using that as the tag, and then I'm using this as the image source. So we go back to GrooveBlog, you'll see I've uploaded the image, and then I've clicked, or if you click here, you'll see what I've done. I've simply selected or set the image source here, and then I've given it credit by saying it is from NASA, and then this is the name of the image. And then, of course, if you go back, you'll see on the blog post itself, again, this is the blog post, simple trick, how to memorize the planet. You'll see then if somebody wants to see the original image, if they click it, it will take them over to the original image and NASA gets the credit. A long-winded sort of way to say that there is just simply a limitation of GrooveBlog. To be able to add these images in, you can't control the size of the image. It's all based upon the original image and its size. So like in WordPress, you can control it by actually, or I know if I use Thrive Architect, I can control it. I can actually change the size of the image and resize it inside of the builder. GrooveBlog doesn't have that capability. Another thing that we covered in the last video, we were talking about keywords and the excerpt here. I have found that the excerpt works. If you put the excerpt in, it actually fills in the metadata here, and then that metadata shows up in the source. Also, if we were to exit out of this, because we don't need this, we'll go ahead and save that. I will come back and fix that up later. But what I wanted to show you is under the blog. If we go to where the blog is published, you'll see here, you can see the excerpt on the post where I've added that into the blog post editor. Here you can see I haven't added the excerpt. That also did not go into the metadata, so I am working on that. One quick note about the keywords. I went to the official Facebook group and I simply asked, hey, can someone point me in the direction of these keywords and how they work? And then I actually did test them out myself. But I also found out that the tags are used for searching posts using the search bar, also in the metadata. Now I tested this and they don't show up in the metadata, but it did give me, or David Lemon did give me, some information that's not available inside of the Groove Builder, is that tags are used for searching posts in the search bar. Now, I don't have a search bar. If you were to go back to universeunriddled.com and go back to the home page, and then when you upload that, you'll see there is no search bar. If you go back under the blog settings, actually it's not under blog settings, it is under the themes. And when you customize the theme, you can actually change the layout and you can put in a search bar right here. So if you toggle that, that I believe is the search bar that David Lemon was talking about when he said the tags are used for searching posts using the search bar. Not sure that I'm interested in having that option. We might play with that later on down the road. Go ahead and exit that again. That's under the current theme setting right here. There is only one theme inside of GrooveBlog at this time. So we go back to blog and you can see that excerpt right there. Of course, we go back to post. This is where we'll be editing those posts. And then the posts load up here and then you can click edit and edit each one. Just like we've been doing, but now I want to talk about page speed insights. And I have linked directly to how to memorize the planets. And we are getting a performance of 22 on mobile and a performance of 78 on desktop. And this performance issue is about properly sized image and serving images in next gen formats. Now I did talk about that, the WebP images, which I have changed. Now if you go to the blog post, instead of linking to the JPEG, you can see here, these are the assets or the image assets.nasa.gov, the JPEGs. You can see how long they're taking to load. But if you come down here, I have loaded now, or actually it doesn't show it here, but I've changed these and I've uploaded it, or you won't see them here. But what I'm going to do is, the point I'm trying to make is I'm going to finish all of the changes here. I'm going to finish. I'm going to upload all of these images. Again, if I was to open this image in a new tab, I'll do that right quick. And then I'll bring this down. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but you can see here, if I bring it down, this is images.groovetech.io. And then if you go to this hash all the way to the end, you're going to see right here, they are, when you upload it, when you upload that JPEG that I download from NASA, they are converting it to a WebP. And I think when I get that finished, this is going to change. So I'm going to finish that. And then I'm going to have everything using this format that I've settled on, where I upload the image and then give credit to NASA via this link versus this table. And I know this is a little all over the place, but when we're doing these case studies and I'm moving from day to day, like I said in day 14, I was going to pause and I was going to power up and punch up the post because I need to go through them and I need to look at things like snippets. I need to look at things like images and take into consideration of site speed and just the simple limitations of the fact that I'm testing GrooveBlog, and GrooveBlog has limitations. It is not a replacement for WordPress. Or I'll say again, like I said early on in this case study, GrooveBlog is a replacement for a blogging, or GrooveBlog is a blogging platform which replaces WordPress at its core. But the power that you get with WordPress when you can add all those additional plugins blows everything else out of the water when it comes to blogging. So at this point, we're at day 15. We are getting indexed. We are getting clicks. We are getting impressions. With the content that we've created and the fact that we're using GrooveBlog, GrooveBlog does index. GrooveBlog isn't hindering me from getting indexed at all. So those tests and all those things we're doing in this test, in this case study, are quite interesting. So we'll move on. I'll make those changes. I'll update you in the next one, day 16. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.